Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for allowing me to take part tonight. The most important people in the room tonight are those who have a vote. That vote is very much a privilege, but it comes with the responsibility that goes with the downstream outcome of your votes. I would like to use the recent officer's report to illustrate the continuing concern about those downstream outcomes of your decision. The report in itself contains 41 conditions, which to me illustrates that this second application hasn't moved very far forward from the first application. It's heavily qualified, still. This in turn is underwritten by the fact that the majority of consultees have chosen to maintain their objections. The parish councils, the town council, Anglian Water, Sport England, our MP, hundreds of local residents remain unconvinced regarding the absence of infrastructure provisions to support a village-sized development in a location which is dubious to say the least. In fact, the lead consultee, that's Essex County Council now on flooding issues, their stated position on flooding, and I quote, "We object to the granting of planning permission." And that was the situation up to the 16th of September, just 2 weeks ago, and just 1 week before the officer's report. We've heard tonight that the developer had the opportunity to have a third go at the flooding aspects. I'm not sure whether anybody else saw this 11-hour data, and it wouldn't appear to be enough time for somebody to absorb it and consider it. But that's a matter of planning protocol. I'll perhaps leave that to the Chief Executive to find out if that is a misdemeanour or not. I am time limited and there's a million things to talk about, so I'm not going to. I'm going to choose the one glaring omission in all this. 7 years of core plan, 5 years of countryside involvement in core plan. Much has been made of the traffic impact assessment that's been put forward. It only models the subsequent domestic traffic emanating from the finished site. That is nominal domestic traffic. Absolutely no attempt has been made to model and assess the impact of site construction traffic. Even a layperson would know that tens of thousands of large, slow industrial vehicle movements, plus a daily commuting workforce of hundreds, is a more onerous case than domestic traffic to and from an estate. This is not a short-term situation. The site traffic in question will be in the order of 10 years. If other local sites in this core plan are sanctioned, that would extend to 15 years. And it will be mayhem because they'll all be using the same limited road structure. If modelled and impact assessed, the construction traffic volumes and frequency would yield a very different answer on queuing and right-hand turn interference to traffic flow, and would demonstrate that road and junction upgrading needs to be in place prior to site work starting. Not doing this is at best naive and at worst negligent. And the three parties involved are, to be quite clear, Rochford District Council Planning, Countryside and Essex County Council Highways. You have 1 minute. Everyone in this room knows that the long-term construction traffic will be a negative impact on Royal Lane, Hambro Corner, London Road and the interdependent roads. It was discussed at length at the previous 29th of January meeting, the first application, but it has still not been addressed by any of the three parties. I'll repeat my first observation. You with a vote have it as a privilege, and the responsibility for your decision is yours. But this key issue cannot continue not to be addressed, because it will cause gridlock, and everybody in this room knows that. I respectfully suggest that any form of approval to this must be conditional on that construction traffic assessment and impact because it's going to give a very different picture to the nominal domestic traffic that's been modelled so far.
That is the 5 minutes.
Thank you very much.